Alright guys, welcome back to the Frugal Homestead. So today I wanted to share with you something I have called my simple salad. That's just what I've nicknamed it. It's kind of our year-round thing, if that makes sense. So we do grow a garden. We do have basically a farmer's stand over at my dad's that my nephew and niece run, and it's come to a point where we make this base salad, and then whatever either comes up in our garden or whatever they've got over at the stand that we like, we throw in with this simple salad. But we kind of keep this on hand year round. It helps to take whatever we would normally have for dinner and have a salad beforehand and make sure A, we're getting our greens, but B, fills us up a little bit, that way we don't overeat. It's cost effective. It's a simple way to bring a regular salad to the table every single night and be able to afford to do it. That's the big thing. And I'll explain to you how you can do that, because if you were to just go buy a whole bunch of lettuce or those bag kits, you're going to be paying. And when you have a big family, that can really rack up and add up. So to start off here, what we do is we have a large Tupperware container, and that's just, we keep this full all the time. The bigger one you can get, probably the better you can get. Right now, this is kind of heavy duty and we haven't broke it, so that's what we've been running. Now, I generally make this about every 3 to 4 days, but you have to understand that I'm a big guy. I eat a lot. My wife takes these for lunch. We have them with dinner. A lot of late night snacks are our meal preps poured over a salad, so I eat a lot of salad. Now, let's start off with the ingredients you're going to need. Carrots. This whole bag was $1. Mind you, everything you're about to see here is kind of a setup for 4 of these big salads. 4. The next thing is celery. Generally you can get celery for about $1, $1.50. It just kind of depends on where you get it. But once again, this will do 4 salads worth. Next would be lettuce. You would normally get 4 heads of lettuce. I only have 1 today because we're just doing 1 salad. So 1 head of lettuce. Now this is an option. This is what you like. It's either cabbage or spinach. For this example, we're going to use the cabbage, but spinach works just as well. And these are the secret ingredient, because these fluff the salad up and make it huge. And the same thing when it goes in your stomach. So this will make you feel full at a very low cost. Now, cabbage is exponentially cheaper than spinach. You need to know that now. Spinach digests better, honestly. When the whole thing goes through the process, I find that spinach is much better on digestion than cabbage is, but cabbage makes you feel full. So, it's one of those things. Now, I don't want to go into the health of each one of these things because all this is good for you. But when you do the cabbage, you actually get more for your money, because this can actually make like 6 salads. So, and it keeps in the fridge longer than the spinach does, because the spinach will start to wilt real fast. But let's get started. So I always like to start with my cabbage. That's just me. I'm kind of weird like that. And all I do is I find my base of it and I just shear the side. And like I said, this is to make about 6. So, you know, I try to get about 1/6 of the head cut off. And I instantly just drop it back in its bag, and I'll put it back in the fridge when I'm done. So, set those off to the side, and all I'm going to do real quickly is just cut this up. I'm not trying to be fancy, not trying to do anything crazy. You kind of want to leave it in somewhat bigger pieces because you want it to be more like leaf rather than being all super finely chopped. And we're just going to throw that in there. Do the same thing with this piece. Don't overthink this, guys. This salad doesn't have to take long. People are like, oh, I can't take the time to make a salad. I'm so tired when I get home from work. Watch how fast this goes, because this is not hard. And yeah, I knocked some on the floor, but my dogs actually like vegetables, so that'll all be gone. Alright, next, we're going to just take our celery, take the whole pack, and just start making cuts through it. As I said, this does 4. So basically just cut a 1/4 of it up, throw it in there. That's going to give it that hard crunch, all right? It just gives another layer to it. It's not expensive. It's easy to do. Now let's talk carrots. Like I said, 99 cents for that whole bag. Sometimes you can get them even cheaper. What I generally do is I'll pull out about 3 carrots. Man, that one's all messed up. So we got our 3 carrots. Man, these are all huge ones. We'll do 2. So we'll put the rest of those in the fridge. So basically what I do is cut the end off. And generally I'll just give them to my puppies. And then you could chop these up if you want. That's your choice. I'm kind of lazy. I don't like cutting carrots. So what I do is I will just throw that and just grate them. Makes it look pretty. It mixes it in with the whole salad. It's easier to get up on the fork. And it really takes no time, to be honest with you. Obviously be careful at the end so you don't get your knuckles. I kind of become a professional at it. But I'm doing this real time because I want you to see how long this takes, because it takes nothing, guys. I mean, the excuse is that you don't have time or it's too expensive to make salads for your family. That should go away after this video. Alright. So now we have our carrots, our celery, and our cabbage. Now we need to process up our lettuce. Now, lettuce this time of year is less than stellar, especially this head that's been in the fridge for about 4 or 5 days. So all I do is break it off and I just start twisting. My dogs are trying to break into the kitchen. I have a gate up to keep them out, and they know what this is all about. So now that we get that done, like I said, twist is all you do. Twist, twist. Don't get crazy trying to make it super small. And definitely do not cut it with a knife, because if anything in this salad's going to wilt first, it's anything you cut with a knife on lettuce. And we want this to keep. I mean, if your family's not huge, it's going to take a while to eat up, so you don't want it to start wilting on you. Alright. So now we've got our salad. Here's the final part. Okay. Boom. Salad. Now, first thing I want to say about this is if you were to buy this in bag mix, that much salad, which as you can see it starts to overflow as you flip it because that cabbage takes up room. If you were to buy this in bag mix, it would cost you over $5. Now, that's buying the like cheap house brand crappiest one. But to make all this, now I'm doing this off the cabbage, so this is going to have about $1, depending upon where you live, obviously it's different. Here, it's a little over $1 for that head of lettuce. You're going to have maybe 30 cents for the carrots and the celery, 30 cents each. So let's call it $2 just to be fair. And then that head of cabbage cost me $2.36. It's going to do 6. So let's call it 50 cents. I mean, $3. Essentially, let's say that's $3. $3 for a salad to feed your family like that. Now tell me again that you don't have time or you can't afford to feed your family healthy like this. Because you know you can. And if you're on a weight loss journey, like me and Missy have been working on, this is the key component to it. You want to have chili, Get yourself a half cup or a cup of chili and pour it over a huge salad. You want to have hamburger helper? Make your hamburger helper, make a huge salad, and pour a little bit over it. It doesn't matter how you do it. If you make this the base, you're going to quickly learn you're going to fill up, so you don't put as much on that salad. Now, I do want to say one thing about this. What you put on your salad is just as important as what's in your salad. All right? And I need you to understand that, because if I go out and grab a dressing, I try to grab something that's fat-free or at least light. And there is some that are really good and have great flavor now, honestly. And you get used to it the more you do it. But if you're grabbing a full-fat dressing, you're basically defeating the purpose if you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to just maintain where you are and you know what your calories and everything are, great. And if you do nothing else but integrate this in your family's diet and just use regular dressing, that's still great. I'm proud of you. I'm just saying, if this is part of a regime, you're trying to eat healthier, lose a little weight, get in a little better shape, or even if you're trying to build some muscle, back down the calories on those fatty calories from the dressings. You don't need them. There is an excellent Italian made by Olive Garden. It's a light. It's only like 35 calories for a tablespoon. I mean, you can't beat that. It's Olive Garden dressing. It's delicious. So just some options. Make sure you take the time to make this if you get a chance. If you do get the spinach version, take some scissors and just chop it up. It's fast and easy. Knives make a mess with this stuff. It's not worth it. But either option, be it cabbage or spinach, is great. Try it for yourself. Let us know down in the comments what you think, or if you have some kind of variation with different things you put in yours year-round, because these are all things that are readily available to low cost year-round here in Ohio. You may be different where you are, and I'd love to hear the kind of things you integrate into your salad. And with that said, make sure you go down, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you see all of our upcoming videos. Give us a like, and we will see you in the next one.